Facebook, and all social points media and beyond. I just want to come on here for a little bit and talk about some things in the spirit of Veterans Day, since in a few hours from now we're going to celebrate a day in which we honor our veterans. Now, with that being said, I want to take a little moment to share with my veterans. Happy Veterans Day, veterans. Early. Happy Veterans Day. Thank you for all those who did serve. You know what I'm saying? We got to pay honor again on Memorial Day where we serve some. So we celebrate the day that all gave some. Okay? Now, in a few more months on Memorial Day, that's a day we celebrate those who gave all. Okay? Now, I just want to come on board and talk about to my fellow sisters and brothers in arms on why you should join a veteran service organization. I am currently active in AMVETS, American Veterans, where I'm a life member there. I'm a founding commander of AMVETS Post 1925, Jabba Adams Post 1925. And I'm a life member of DAV, as you can see, Roll of Honor number 120, where I'm the senior vice commander there. All right. Now, as you see, they provide us new t-shirt, polo shirts, the other day. So hey, hey. And also, I was given my own stack of cards, my own deck. Now, I'm gonna send this out online because I don't know, I'm not familiar with this system yet. I'm still learning how to do this. Because I wanna, if you hit the Q code, you will be able to hit the application. You can sign up for the DAV. Now, this is what the application looks like online. You go online and do this. Things like this here. And the reason why I'm doing this, because again, I was watching YouTube channels and Facebook and TikTok and all that good stuff, and I seen a veteran saying, he was having ranting and raving about Donald Trump. How dare he try to, trying to infringe on our benefits. And then you had this retired colonel who he blasted out royally, stating that, all veterans don't deserve to have benefits because, he had his leg blown off. Okay, fine. Whoop-de-doo. You got your leg blown off in the line of duty. But see, when you start acting like a little asshole, pardon my French, y'all. But see, we got to look at the big picture. When we raised that hand and put this hand on that Bible and said, I do. And see, for me, a lot of the black veterans, okay, we still fighting for a nation that will not fight for us. Bottom line. Now, we are fighting for a just cause, our due process. Now, we got to give thanks. I'm going to give thanks, you know what I'm saying? We got to give thanks and honors to our Vietnam veterans because, see, if it wasn't for their struggle, their fight, the benefits that I get and the benefits that you get is all due to those Vietnam veterans who served and fought to get the benefits that they deserved. And also, I got to lower the flag at half staff. Taps have been blown for my neighbor downstairs. D. Caesar was his name. That's not his full name. I know it's known as D. Caesar. I forget the last name. That might very well be his last name. I think it's more than one name right there. D. Caesar so and so. But I gotta say, I gotta blow taps for him because he was a Vietnam veteran and he transitioned to glory downstairs in his apartment a few days ago. So taps, fellow veteran there. And now, again, the reasons why you should join the American Legion, the VFW. I am an inactive member of the Fleet Reserve Association. That association is an organization for Marines, Navy personnel, Coast Guardsmen, and Merchant Marines. I'm also a member of the American Legion, inactive right now. I was I started off with Bennett Wells, a post that my uncle started. My uncle Willie, my uncle Oscar, AZ, and all the boys. Shouts out to the boys who started Bennett Wells. If y'all only knew, but I'm gonna leave it at that. Now, then I left there and went to Jesse Clipper. Now, if you live in Buffalo, you understand why that if I regain my membership in the American Legion, I probably go to the nearest post in my neighborhood, Niagara Falls Frontier on Elmwood, across from that Wegmans, or matter of fact, I might just go join the American Legion post over there that meets at where I have all my DAV meetings at Bronx Shadow Post. But now there's a lot of organizations you can join. The Army has so many organizations. You know what I'm saying? They got the Airborne Rangers Association. They got the Staff Sergeant Majors Association. The Marine Corps have an organization called the Marine Corps League. Okay, the Navy got there is a club called the Navy Club, but I'm not too keen about that because I cannot see myself as a naval veteran sitting across from civilians talking about fleet activities and so on and so on. No, sir. So that's why when this one young man asked me, because I was with in the VA hospital, and it was me and a couple other sailors there that was working there on their capacity levels that were working, and he asked us did I want to join the American Legion. I told him I would not join because I can't see myself sitting at a table across from civilians. But now you got the Fleet Reserve Association, you got so many organizations, you got the AMVETS, DAV, Veterans of Foreign War, VFW, you know what I'm saying? Now, according to the DAV, according to the American Legion, why you should join. You know what I'm saying? The American Legion is one of the nation's largest and most influential organization of U.S. veterans. Okay, today, and this is an old copy. Today, it was counted at 1.8 million members who support their communities in 12,000 posts. Okay, now the main reason why I'm asking you, I'm pleading for you to join, is because see, the membership is a powerful organization as members. You know what I'm saying? Great are the numbers. Okay, now I want to get a post started back up in my Amvest post. I want to be out there in the community doing like I've been doing before. I want to be out there, especially when we see police out there misguiding our kids, just misusing our team. We want to be out there watching, observing, and see veterans do have an influence in politics and in city governments and city, state, and all their governments. Trust and believe that. Now, you see the bullcrap your elite commander in chief is trying to pull. These organizations have followers that follow the orangutan, but you got these same members who are in this funny hat like me with different colors are not going to allow this guy to mess with anything pertaining to veterans. Okay, trust and believe. Now, for the clown that said veterans who didn't serve and this because he lost his leg, you know what? I don't have no respect for him for that. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, since he got his leg cut off, shot off, whoop-de-doo. Okay, but now please, fellow veterans, I implore you to pick an organization. Okay. Now, how you join the DAV? If you having kind of nightmares, or you got some injuries that was established by you while you was in active duty military or reserves under orders, you may be eligible to sign up for the DAV. And once you put your claim in, okay, listen to me carefully. When you stand with your DAV representative and you complete the application out saying that you got hurt in the military, that you have nightmares from a traumatic injury or traumatic incident that happened to you while you were in the military, whether it be you was in combat or something traumatic that you suffered while you were in active duty service. When you put the claim in, you are eligible to fill out this application and become an active member in a Disabled American Veterans Organization. Now, with the American Legion has since about 2 or 3 years ago, they changed their criteria to join in the military, join in the DAV. Once upon a time, you had to be in the DAV, the American Legion rather, you had to be in during active conflict. So that means if the day you join the Navy, Army, Marines, or Coast Guard, and you go to boot camp, if it's the last day, if you join your first day in boot camp, and the day you join the boot camp, and the next day they say the war's over, all hostilities have been deceased, you're eligible to join the American Legion. But that was then. But now, they changed the criteria like AMVETS and some other organizations like AMVETS. You had to be in the military peacetime, you can join peacetime, and just join, just be honorably discharged. As opposed to the VFW, for example. You had to be boots in the ground, in country, or in boots in the water, in country, to be eligible to join the VFW, which I am. I'm eligible to join the VFW, Veterans of Foreign War. Now, back to the American Legion. They changed their criteria for reasons it kind of does not fathom with me very well, because see, when they changed the criteria, for the fact that membership probably not trying to join. They want to be more people to come because war. But funny thing is, see, at the time before they closed, we were still active in Iraq and Afghanistan. So with that being said, well, from the day when the boot camp, so when the war started, when you joined boot, all that good stuff, if you was in during the Afghanistan, Iraq period, they go by the periods. They got a hefty supply of veterans that's coming in from the home, from the military, that's eligible to join the American Legion. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, see the American Legion. But they changed their criteria. It's not a good thing. It's a good thing, not a bad thing. Maybe I understand they want other more people to join who don't fit the criteria, but I don't know. But please, my sisters and my brothers in arms, please hit me up. I'm gonna share my the Q code. If you in from the East Coast or the West Coast, please join a veteran service organization. This is where you will get your support from. This is when you be a big supporter of your government, local, county, federal. You'll be a big influence on everything around you because everybody evolved themselves around veterans, veteran organizations. Or, you know what I'm saying, this organization period. But veterans have some kind of hell of influence on everyday life around in our community. So please, I implore you to go online. If you're Army, if you're Airborne Ranger, if you're a Green Beret, I do believe they got an organization for the Green Berets, just like they do got the Airborne Rangers. They have organizations. Look these organizations up. Now they got I was trying to get a chapter here in Buffalo, New York. It's called the National Association of Black NAVVETS, National Association of Black Veterans. That might be it. You know what I'm saying, NAVVETS. But I don't know, that didn't go too well. We're trying to get that established, but one day I may venture in doing it again. We'll see with that. But you have a lot of they got one up, you know what I'm saying, NAVVETS up in New York City, and they're nationwide. It's just up in their part of New York. I just couldn't get established in Buffalo, but that's okay. And they got another one, Black Veterans for Social Justice. A beautiful, strong, power veterans organization up in the New York City area. I'm not 100% sure if that organization is on a national level, but it's a good, strong organization up there in New York City. Now, or like I'm talking about Sandy Williams, she had a veterans organization that she had started. It was called, I forget the exact name, but she retired. When she retired, it died out. And she was instrumental, excuse me, she was instrumental, her and her organization, they fought for a black veteran who was, they put him out of his home. And her organization was able to get this man back in his home and his house paid for. They try to railroad him as was usual for how they do veterans. He was a World War II, maybe Korean War vet, maybe even Vietnam, but I think it was between Vietnam and Korea. But they was able to get him back in his home. You know what I'm saying? Good for you, Sandy. She's not on social media, so she won't hear that. But now, also, they fought to get a lot of more black veterans on that flights to D.C., that Patriot flight, whatever it's called, I forget the name. And they were instrumental in trying to get people that's of African descent to get on this flight, go to the World War II memorial for them, up there in D.C. And she did a lot of things. And also, she was credited. It was her. She spearheaded the naming of a post office on the east side of Buffalo, the Joanetta R. Cole post office. She was part of the 855th. What was that? The 855th, I think it's called. The lady, the all black Army unit of ladies that sorted the mail during World War II. Well, she spearheaded that post office change over there in Center Park Plaza over there. If you live in Buffalo, New York, you know the Center Park station over there, right there across from the vets field. So this is how important it is for us to veterans to join the organizations. Start on, start on your local level, go up to the department, state, and even get to national. And see, we need to keep our veterans thought about. Because see, when I see some of the pages on Facebook, YouTube, and all that stuff, what they're like, why are veterans homeless in 2025? Why our veterans are in debt? And everything. It's all these things we can be answers to questions that we working on, that we think about, come together as one unit. You remember how it was in the military? We have to be a team. There's no what letter is not in team. You know it. If you know the answer, then you know it. What letter is not in team? Together, everyone achieves more. We can't spell team with I in there. You know what I'm saying? So now, if we all came together and join our various service organizations, we can go out there and fight with our communities and tell our city and local governments what we want. You know what I'm saying? Now, because if you're from the east side, we all know about the east side. If you live on the east side of Buffalo, we have a new mayor. Okay, for the last 20 years, we had a black man in the mayor spot. You know what I'm saying? And it took a little while, but we didn't take a little while. But see, I think after 2 or 3 terms, after the first 2 terms, I think when people realized they were being screwed, because I know in the last campaign, his last go around, he lost his east side neighborhood over there. You know what I'm saying? That's how fed up everybody was if you lose your neighborhood. But according to Buffalo, the north side and the south side still got him in there. See, history has it that when Arthur Eve Sr. ran for the mayor spot, he couldn't beat Mayor Jimmy Griffin because South Buffalo was too strong. Okay? If you live in Buffalo, New York, and you're old enough to remember that, then you know that when Judge Trammell, when he tried to run for the mayor, he could not beat Griffin again because the South was just too deep. Now, with the county seat, when that one guy, I forget his name, he screwed up bad. He screwed up royally when he killed that, when he told about the Bass Pro deal, because Bass Pro came to Buffalo at the old R, where the Braves play at. But I seen the Braves had to leave because this is a hockey town and everything. So now, because of him, and the person that took him who took his space was an incumbent of another opponent. So therefore, the incumbent he belonged to, I don't know the politics words right, but the man they're talking about, he was a part of the other guy who screwed up in politics before he left. I forget his name. When he was an Erie County executive. So when again, put it this way, he didn't get the seat. They wanted him to get the seat because of the South. And this is a county seat now. Now, when Byron Brown became the mayor of Buffalo, the only reason why he lost it was Byron Brown. That's what it was in the city. The one guy that was running against him was with the guy in the Erie County legislature. I forgot these fools' names, right? But I tell anybody that lived in Buffalo who came in after all this was going on, the only reason why that brother got in a city hall is because of that's the South. Couldn't nobody beat the South, you know what I'm saying, in South Buffalo. But now, if you get more veterans out there, you can go out there in our streets and say, look, you got a veteran live on the street, fix these sidewalks. You got a veteran live on the street, fix these streets. You got a veteran live on this corner, fix these sidewalks, put these curves up. This is why it's important for you, my fellow veteran. Join your local DAV chapter. Join your VFW, your American Legion, your AMVETS, or find a post in your area. There is a veteran organization near you, okay? So please, go online. Even hit me up. The links is right there on the chat. Look in the chat. And see if y'all can hit me, come and talk to me. Let's talk. Let's check about it. Let's talk about it. Come on, y'all. But nobody's chatting with me right now, so I'm about to go ahead and log off. So before I leave, I'm gonna plead with y'all one more time. Join your American Legion. Join your VFW. See, I belong to the American Legion. Scratch that. Right now, I'm an active member of a DAV. I'm a life member of AMVETS and a DAV Chapter 120. Join the American Legion. Join AMVETS. Join the DAV. Join the Fleet Reserve Association. Join the Marine Corps League. Join the Army Paratroopers Association, the Green Beret Association, the Coast Guard, so whatever organizations they got, join them. You're going to have a good time. You're going to have fun. You're working. If you're not, if you're tired, you want to get something to do, come out and support your community. Support your fellow veterans. Support the spots they live in. Let's do this. Let's make life for us as a veteran better. Okay? But see, I still got to say flag staff, half staff for Isaac. He was a good friend of mine. He was murdered by Buffalo police and everything. But, that's a long story with that one. But he was a Marine Corps vet. He served in the first Gulf War. And he was a member, he was an active member of a VFW post up in Niagara Falls and everything. So we got to give shouts and glory to him. And we got to give our shouts and glory to all those veterans who was killed on our streets, either by the hands of Buffalo police or police in your countries, in your cities, who died in the streets for reckless driving or whatever, you know what I'm saying? This, for those because Isaac was very stressed out from PTSD, the things he witnessed and experienced over in the first Gulf War. It took effect on my brother, everything, because they said he was depressed, PTSD, just traumatized, you know what I'm saying, alcohol, everything was involved in why he ended up losing his life out there in the street up there on Fillmore, over by the King Head. But, you know what I'm saying, it made no sense for the police to share, the police to just to kill him what they did. You know what I'm saying? But they got excuses for all that. But that's just my saying right there. You know what I'm saying? But again, if the spirit moves you, please go ahead and Google veteran service organizations. If you're in the Army, look up the Army organization. They got a ton of them. The Marines got a ton of them. Navy got a ton of them. Coast Guard has a ton of them. Women veterans, they even got Polish American veterans. Okay, they got German American veterans. They got African American. They got so many veteran service organizations. They just need bodies to fill them. And if you got bodies to fill them, see now they'll take you more serious because see now you belong. You belong. See, let me get it there. Get it there. There it is. See, you belong. You belong to this. You know what I'm saying? And then, cause then you got then you got the people in higher positions, and then they coming. They gonna sit down, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Governor, Mr. President. You know, just please join. Hit me up on Facebook and YouTube. On YouTube, please, if you like my content, like and subscribe. Let's help build this channel. Veterans, you know what I'm saying? If you're a veteran, hit my channel up, like and subscribe. Leave a comment. And see, I'm gonna hold a podcast where we can chop it up. Hit the podcast, say, hit the chat, leave it, and let's talk about what you want to talk about next week, okay? You want to talk about women veterans? Let's talk about women veterans and their problems. Veterans, men, hit me up on the chat. Tell me what you want to talk about next week. Let's chop it up. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about the claims, putting your claims in. Let's do that. That's what I help my veterans do. Help get claims in. Help them get jobs. I know what I'm saying? Like before we lost our Veterans Homeless Center, every opportunity I had to give to the veterans, I took it over there to them. When my family barbecue, if we had extra food, I would take it there. If I went to an event and they had things that was extra they had to give away, I'll take it to my fellow veterans. When I was with DeWitt Lee, and we did a suit giveaway, we had extra suits that he didn't want to, he wanted to share. So I took them to the homeless veterans over there on Wamska Jackal. Them guys, I'm sure they enjoy picking out a decent, nice, lovely suit, because those were some beautiful suits that we were giving out that particular day. So again, he clothed the veterans. A couple of days ago, he did a suit giveaway to veterans, but unfortunately, I couldn't attend because I was rushing to get back up to Niagara Falls. You know what I'm saying? I had to go take care of class time. You know what I'm saying? I had to do the class. You know what I'm saying? So I was busy with taking care of that. You know what I'm saying? That's another point issue right there. You know what I'm saying? Belong to the order, and I had to go to had to fulfill my obligations up there real quick. You know what I'm saying? To my lodge, and it's just important to me that I spread this word that gets you guys to please come on board. Let us help each other out. Take care of our fellow veterans who are in need. All right? Because there is somebody out there, because I see veterans out there, and I haven't had the opportunity, but I was wanting to see about those veterans. I seen when Reverend Kenny Simmons, he called for a 1,000-man march at the King's Head a couple weeks ago. And it was a very beautiful event to see over 500 people there. Shaking hands, he said, because Reverend Simmons, when he said, look at somebody next to you, shake somebody's hand, introduce yourself, shake your hand, shake his hand, give him a hug. On the east side, to see that many men together, shaking hands, hugging each other, introducing themselves was a beautiful thing. And I noticed a tent on the side of the King's Head over there, and I did comment on it, but I didn't have an opportunity to go over there and talk to see who was in that tent. But the thing is, it's becoming a city problem now when you see tents. Because like I know under the bridge on down Michigan, over the 33, there's a little highway in Buffalo right there from downtown. over there from from the main from our downtown over there, right? 33 goes over there. There's a little bridge over Michigan, and on both sides they had people living under the bridges, and they ran them out of there and they put a fence down there so now they can't go under the bridges. But now, since they had nowhere to go, you go down Broadway, which is going toward Michigan. As you go down Michigan, you go by Genesee, next block, intersection, Sycamore, next block is Broadway. Up Broadway, we see out there, about a few feet to your right, when you come down Michigan and Broadway, is the Erie County Library. That's our main library right there, the big library. You had a bunch of tents outside, on the side of the sidewalk, between the big wall right there with the stairwell is over there and all this stuff. You have to see my Facebook page to see some of the pictures there, and you may see some of the homeless veterans that's there on the live stream I did some time ago. You see a bunch of tents lined up on Broadway because they ran them off under the bridge. Now, you got homeless people on the bridge. Now, I'll be trying to find how many of them are homeless veterans. That's one thing I'm trying to work on getting that. But in the meantime, as we're going to look for homeless veterans, what about the homeless civilians? So that's the issue that I have right here in the heart. But again, this is something that we need to come together as a one unit. The DAV, American Legion, AMVETS, VFW, Marine Corps League, Navy Fleet, the Fleet Reserve Association. We need to come get all these together. Now, next week or the next couple of days, I may come again and have a list of them. I don't want to spend the whole time reading a bunch of names, but I will try to share them on YouTube and Facebook. Again, Facebook, you veterans that read this, right? It don't cost you nothing to hit that button, okay? Hit that like and share button. You know what I'm saying? Hit that share, and I'll give you mail. That's not how it go though, but I say, hey, I'm trying to do something with it. You know what I'm saying? But look, y'all, come on, please join your local veteran service organizations. Contact me, leave me this, because y'all did not hit me up, y'all. What's up? All right, I should have did that, but hold on, y'all. Let me get back. I'm coming back. Sorry about that. I screwed up my own self. But yeah. Leave a message on my Facebook. Leave a message on YouTube. Tell me what you're trying to talk about. Tell me, critique me, y'all. I'm new to this. I'm trying to get my function because I was involved in a TBI, so I'm having some difficulties communicating with you people. So give me, it's give me a chance to relax it and work it out, okay? But criticize me. Tell me what I did. How you like my content? What can I have done better? But please, if you're a veteran, if you're not a veteran, and you want to hear something, you want to find some information about something, let me know. Hit me up. I can find information out for you. Same thing on YouTube. If you have a question about something with the putting a claim in, or PTSD, or what you need in medical, if you need some medical advice about how to get into the VA, what you need to do to get into the VA, or whatever, contact me either here on Facebook or YouTube. When I put it on Facebook, eventually it's going to go to my Instagram. So on Instagram, to you veterans or your family of veterans or civilians, if you need a question answered, hit me up. If I can't give you an answer, I'm going to go find an answer for you. Just give me a day or two. If you need me a back channel, hit me a back channel and leave the contact information. I'll contact you that way, okay? But just hit me up and we can figure out some things or what help you need, because this is what I do, all right? So now, I'm about to sign off. It was my pleasure to talk with you, my fellow veterans, my civilians. Remember, it takes a village to raise a child, but it takes a warrior to protect the village. So we got to keep taking care of our children, village, and we got to start raising them right. Penitentiary is not a lifestyle. So please, if you got a question, leave it in the comments. Same with YouTube. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. If you got a question that if I can't answer it, I go get it. If you're a Veteran Service Organization member, hit me up. give me some information that I can pass on through my Facebook media, social media, everything. There's something. Just hit me up, and we can contact and connect with, and pass information to veteran to veteran. Okay. So veteran, hit it up. I'll talk to you soon. So all you veterans, happy Veterans Day. Okay. Yo, don't eat too much, man, because they say you're out with Outback Steakhouse. Well, it's probably late now. They serving today and tomorrow. So that's one that's serving Outback, y'all. So, yo, don't eat too much, all right? Remember, you got PT in the morning. Peace.